just like Gabby is important, and I can sit in this seat and say I know what her mother is feeling like because she wants her child back. I want my child back too. And I want them to look for my child like they're looking for her. He is not a nobody. He is somebody, and I want him to come back home. I want them to give my son the same attention. And it makes me mad because this young white girl is getting that attention, and my young black son is not.
Look, if that doesn't tug at every string in your heart, I don't know what will. It was very, very difficult for me to watch. The first few times it was so hard for me to see this woman's pain and to try and imagine it. I can't. I cannot possibly imagine what she is feeling, what the rest of their family is feeling, what Jelani's friends are feeling. I can't imagine. I truly cannot.
Police say Jelani was last seen on August 24th at a dispensary. These images were captured on security cameras there. Police don't believe Jelani is wearing the same clothes, though, because they were found in his abandoned vehicle. Jelani's Chrysler 300 was discovered in a wooded area in Illinois on August 26th, and so far, details about his disappearance are extremely limited. So we also want to talk about his life. Jelani graduated from Alabama A&M. He pledged Omega Psi Phi fraternity. He's now enrolled at Illinois State University. Big plans for the future and also giving back. His mother, Carmen Bolden Day, is with us tonight. Carmen, I cannot fathom what you're feeling right now, the sleepless nights, so I just want to thank you for being here. It has been weeks now since your son disappeared. Are police providing updates?
The updates are very slim. The last thing that I've heard is that prior to them finding the unidentified body, that Jelani's wallet was found. It was found on some street. I'm not for sure exactly what the street was. There was an individual whom I don't know whom this individual was that claims to have seen an individual drop the wallet. Someone wearing red shirt or red shorts is unsure of what this person was wearing. But they didn't tell the police until, I don't know, several days after this wallet was found. There was his lanyard with his school ID was found close to the river where they found this unidentified body. So we don't have a lot of information.
Okay, so as far as I know, that was new information. The wallet and the lanyard were some of the items that have still not been found that I talked about in my last video. So now we know, according to Jelani's mom, that the wallet and the lanyard were found somewhere near where his car was in Peru. So I'm gonna try and pull it up on a map so that I can show you all of the locations, and so you guys can get a good idea. I am from the area. I'm from very, very, very close to where the car and the wallet and all of this was found, so I am very familiar with the area, and I have said in a previous video that I definitely think whoever put the car there, whoever that was, knows the area well, because it's right in between LaSalle and Peru and in the very center of the two. And this is not a highly populated area, so we do have state parks fairly close, however not in LaSalle or Peru. So to be in the middle of there and leave the car there, I would assume they had to have walked somewhere. Okay, this is 100% my assumptions, my own speculation, so take it as that and nothing more. But this is interesting and scary. Okay, so this is Peru. This is where the car was found here, near the YMCA, where the marked location is, the little red dot. Okay, so then over here, this is the road that Peru police asked for video footage from. I assume because that's where they believe that they saw him, somewhere on this road. And then the unidentified body was found east of the 251 bridge on the riverbank somewhere, I believe, in this area, just based off the description that I saw.
I don't feel like I am getting the help that I need. I feel like since this body has been found, and as I said, it's unidentified, I don't truly believe that it is my son. It appears that help has ceased. So I'm imploring, pleading and asking that the police still pay attention, still look for my son as vigilantly as they were prior to finding his unidentified body.
Look, that's the truth to it. It does not seem like anything has come out since the unidentified body had been found. It does not. I have not seen anything else.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine, I'm a dad, thinking of you as a mom. You want them to pursue this as if it was their own child.
I do.
And you want people to think of Jelani as if he is their own son. So could you tell us more about him? The last conversation you had, I read in an article where you were talking and said, and you can tell me if this is wrong, you call him your bill collector because he calls you so much. And it was very unusual that he went out of touch. What was the last conversation you had?
Our very last conversation, he called me. I was at work. He didn't want anything. He was just letting me know that he took care of some stuff that I asked him to do. And he said, "Okay, Mama, I just wanted to hear your voice." And that's what he did. He said that to me all the time. So he told me he was going to class and that we would talk. He'd call me later. He called me later on that night. Didn't want nothing. We was just talking. And he said again, "Okay, Mama, I'll talk to you later. I just wanted to hear your voice." And that was our last conversation on Monday, the 23rd.
Wow, Carmen. And now I know the only thing you want in the world is to hear his voice again. A lot of people have become familiar with Jelani's history, his prospects, his hopes online. If people haven't run into that, he was a graduate student. It's hard to get into graduate school. You got to have big plans and bright horizons for that. He sounds like a really driven young man.
He's very driven. Jelani is energetic. He's full of life, and he's goal driven. He knows what he wants, and his goal was to be Dr. Jelani Day. I'm very proud of Jelani because Jelani he's in this program that is very demanding, and while in this program, Jelani kept his GPA up. Jelani just did everything that I expected him to do. Jelani is he's just a normal, growing up 25-year-old that was enjoying his life. He loved to have fun with his friends. He loved to travel. And he was in school. He was studying to be a speech pathologist. He wanted to be Dr. Jelani Day.
And give back. I know this has resonated with so many people who've come across your story online. I wonder what it means to know that millions of people have read about Jelani and tens of thousands of people have shared his story in hopes of finding him. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot to me. The support that we have received from people all around the world, or people that I don't even know, that care enough to want to share just in case that somebody sees Jelani or just in case somebody knows something. That really means a lot to me. That overwhelms me at times because this is, like I said, I I just wanted everybody to feel like that this was their child, that this was their son, because I never thought that I would be walking these shoes. This is not something that I woke up on that Wednesday and was like, I was ready for. I wasn't ready for it.
You're doing a valiant job of being brave and being loud, but I know inside, every time the phone rings at this point, it could be, the best news or the worst news. And I know that it is so hard to come out here and talk about this, but I appreciate you sharing more about your son so more people know about the situation. And if anyone is out there, I know they can call Bloomington, Illinois Police Department or get in contact if they think they have valuable information.
They can. I also have I've hired a private investigator from JAB Professional Services. They can contact him. We've provided a phone number for him online, as well as his email address, because if no one feels comfortable with talking to the police, I have that investigator that you can talk to. I just want somebody to speak up, because somebody knows something or they've seen something, and I just want them to say something, because I want Jelani to come back home.
Carmen Bolden, thank you so much for your generosity to be here tonight. I really appreciate it. We're sending you and your family the very, very best.
Well, I thank you for allowing me to be here. I thank you for this opportunity, because I was very frustrated with the fact that Jelani hadn't been getting the coverage. Jelani's been missing for 24 days. And like I said, it seems like the effort to find him has slacked down. And I know about Gabby, the missing girl, and she's been missing for 2 days, and her face is plastered everywhere, and the FBI is involved. And I do not understand why Jelani doesn't get that same coverage. Jelani doesn't get that same attention, because just like Gabby is important, and I can sit in this seat and say I know what her mother is feeling like, because she wants her child back. I want my child back too. And I want them to look for my child like they're looking for her. He is not a nobody. He is somebody, and I want him to come back home. I want them to give my son the same attention. And it makes me mad, because this young white girl is getting that attention, and my young black son is not.
I understand. Boy, Carmen, I wish I had the words, and boy, don't we wish we had some answers or a solution, but I think you getting out there, spreading your message, showing Jelani's face to talk about him wanting to be Dr. Day, that really resonates. I wish I could give you a hug in person, but in the meantime, again, we're sending you all the very best. Thank you.
So Jelani's mother wants for FBI to assist in helping finding him. As far as I know, the only way that can happen is if law enforcement requests it. So I believe that Bloomington is in charge of this case. So to me, that would say we have to apply pressure to them. By we, I mainly mean his family. But as long as you're contacting them as a concerned citizen and not tying up emergency lines and giving false tips, I don't think that it would be wrong for all of us to also give Bloomington Police Department some sort of message on their non-emergency line that we want answers, we want Jelani found. So if they can't do that on their own, if they're at a standstill right now, which is what it seems, why are they not contacting FBI? To me, it seems that's what needs to be done. If we have no answers, and they have no leads, and they have no information, they might need help. So like I've said in my other videos, if anybody has any information, please, please, please come forward. Even if you think that it's a very small detail, or even if you're unsure if if you actually saw him or if it was someone else. You're unsure if you saw the car or if it was someone else or something else. Okay? Still come forward so that professionals can decide if that information is misleading or wrong or whatever. You're not going to get in trouble, okay? So in the description below, I'm going to have the contact information for the detectives as well as the JAB private investigators that Jelani's mom mentioned in this. I'm going to have the contact information that she provided on Facebook. I'm going to have that down below in the description. So if you do not feel comfortable contacting police with any information, that is your alternate route, okay? There's no reason to be scared. This is about finding a young man who is missed and loved by many and bringing him home